Jane, there's no way you're still in bed by now. Wake up already, you lazy bones. Haven't you had enough sleep?
Nikki, I'm awake already. But don't you think it's too early for insults? These harsh words can't be the first thing you say to me today.
Oh, I'm not harsh yet. This is the weekend. How dare you sleep in? Don't you know the house needs to be cleaned up? The laundry needs to be done as well, and you just choose to sleep like a log. Who are you expecting to do the chores? Me? You must be delusional to think so. I do the chores all week. I'm not going to do it alone during the weekend as well. Now, get off that bed at once.
You make it sound like I don't do anything, and that's not correct. I help you every single day when I return from work, no matter how late. Even now, I'm yet to fully recover my strength from last night's chores, and I need all the sleep I can get because the weekend will be over soon. You know how tasking my job is now. I've been taking more shifts now because Damien lost his job, and I'm the sole breadwinner. Please bear with me for now. Once Damien gets another job, I'll be able to help you out better.
OMG! I've never been so insulted in my life. What do you see me as? Your maid? Is it now my job to clean up after you?
You know that's not what I mean. But then, you could ask Damien to help you out.
Damien? What kind of a wife wants her husband to do chores? You're the wife, so it's your duty.
Why can't he help out? He's always at home and does basically nothing all day. I make all the money, the least he can do is help a little.
He's the man of the house, and chores are beneath him. I'd not talk about this again. Now get out of that room right now before I lose my temper.
Hi, honey. Why aren't you answering your calls? I want to talk to you.
Can't it wait? I'm kind of busy right now. No, I'm afraid I can't.
I need your help, Damien. Can you help me talk to your mom? She knows just how hard I work every day and how it makes me come home late. Yet she insists I must do all the chores. How is that fair? Can you ask her to cut me some slack? We both know chores are not something I'll ever shy away from, but these days I just don't have the time. Please do this for me.
Nah, how can you ask this of me? I can't involve myself in these petty women squabbles. It's between you and my mom, and I don't want to get caught in the middle.
What? How can you say that? This issue is driving a rift between your mother and your wife, and you won't do anything about it?
Exactly, so leave me alone. I'm about to meet a businessman who has this great proposal for me, so I need a clear mind.
Let me guess. That's another investor? Why does this feel like yet another scam? When will you learn, Damien? Haven't you lost enough money to these get-rich-quick schemes?
This one is different. I can feel it in my soul. I'll make a lot of money from it. Just wait and see.
No. I'm sick and tired of this. Why won't you ever listen to me? Ever since you lost your job, you've been uninterested in getting another. You chose instead to look for avenues to make quick money, and all they do is steal the little you have. I've told you countless times about my business idea. Why won't you work with me on this? I'm sure that if we open up a liquor store in this area, it'll be a hit.
So what, do you want me as your employee? How can you even think of that?
No, Damien. We're husband and wife. And when I open the store, it'll belong to us. Right now, I can't focus on it due to my work. But if you join me on this, you can man the store while I focus on my work.
It's a dumb idea. Nothing on earth will make me want to choose to be stuck in that store with you. I'm meant to be rich, and in time you'll see that. You doubt me, but you'll come to regret it.
I can see I can't change your mind. But still, talk to your mom for me, will you? Damien? Damien, I just saw the withdrawal you made from our joint account. What in the world do you need $50K for?
Relax, okay? I used it to make a brilliant investment. Remember that investor I met 3 days ago? Well, he brought this opportunity to me, and I just had to hit it while it's hot.
No, no, no. Don't tell me you just gave all that money to a scammer. I warned you about this. Why didn't you listen to me?
Oh, ye of little faith. Watch and see. I'll be getting my ROI soon, and the payback will be huge.
I can't believe this. It was a joint account, but all the money in it is mine. I've begged you to get a new job or help me manage my business, but you refused. Yet you never hesitate to spend my money. I've been the only one carrying this family on my shoulders. Do you know the financial implications of that? Do you have any idea how hard it was to save up that amount? You've emptied the account and rendered us broke. How would we cope in an emergency? How could you do this to me?
Oh, I get it now. You're just jealous because I refuse to partake in your stupid liquor store business idea. Such a small mind. Just hold on, I'm gonna make it big, and when the money starts coming in, I'll make you swallow your words.
You had no right taking that money for something like that without asking me first. I've warned you countless times. This need to make money without working for it is going to get you into trouble one day. Don't use my money on any other investments you might come up with, or I swear, you and I will have a problem.
Now you're just being mean. This is something that's gonna change our lives, and you're hassling me for it? You enjoy seeing me jobless and broke, don't you? Well, I can't wait to see your face when I become a millionaire.
I'm done with this conversation. I can see it's not going anywhere. I'm sick of all this. Maybe my trip would help me relax.
What trip?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. I'll be going on an important business trip in 2 days. This could push my career forward as it could help me become a partner in the company.
How long will you be gone?
Around a week. I hope it's not more than that.
There's no pressure. Take as much time as you want.
Jane, why are you still in the house? You should be on the trip already.
That's tomorrow, Nikki. Why are you in such a hurry to see me leave? Is there something going on that I should know about?
LOL, don't kid yourself. Since I'll be the one doing all the house chores now, I want to do a thorough cleaning of the house. And I can't achieve that while you're still there. After all, it's what you've always wanted. Such lazy bones.
You always seem to have an insult handy whenever you're talking to me. It's like you're trying to instigate something from me, but I won't let you have that.
Think whatever you want. I don't care.
You've made that clear. I have a question though. What's the outcome of the investment Damien made? I've already asked him, but he refused to say a word to me.
Why on earth would he do that? You told him that you don't care about his ideas and called him foolish for taking a risk. So mind your business.
Nikki, it was my money he used to make that investment. Don't you think I deserve to know?
No, you don't. You're going to regret not taking his side. I promise you that.
Hi, Nikki. Is there a problem? I've been trying to reach Damien all day, but he is not answering his calls and texts. Did something happen?
Oh, he's fine.
Why then is he refusing to answer my calls? I'm on my way home and I wanted to let him know.
On your way home? What home are you talking about? Oh, I guess you still don't know. We're selling the house.
What? Is this a joke?
Why would I make a joke about something this serious? Damien and I put it up for sale a few days ago, so you better figure out somewhere else to stay for now, unless you want to sleep in the streets.
Hold on. You can't be serious. How can you make such a decision without consulting me first?
Who do you think you are, huh? Are you saying my son needs your permission before selling his own house? How dare you? No wonder he's sick and tired of living with you. You're too controlling and toxic. We're already looking for a new house, so once the old one is sold, we'll move in. So just stay away from us, okay? We want nothing more to do with you.
I can't believe you and Damien would do something as despicable as this. Was this the reason you both were urging me to travel? So you could sell the house in my absence? But then, how exactly were you expecting to sell it without my signature? You didn't think that far, did you?
What are you talking about? Damien signed. That was enough.
Damien? What a joke! The house is mine. Didn't he tell you that? I can't believe this. I inherited the house from my mother when she passed, and I've been living there ever since. After our marriage, Damien moved in with me. Hold on, Did he tell you he owned the house? What a liar!
I don't believe you.
Now it all makes sense. A few days ago, I got a call from my real estate agent informing me that my house was on the market. That's what saved me. I pulled it down at once and canceled the sale. At first, I thought it was scammers trying to steal my house, but now I know it's you both. You conspired to steal my house. This is a crime, Nikki, and I won't let it slide. I'll be reporting you to the authorities. I'm sick and tired of turning the other cheek when you and Damien hurt me. I'm done.
Jane, can we just calm down for a moment? No need to make rash decisions. There's no need to talk about crimes and authorities here, is there? We're family. Have you forgotten?
No, my family would never stab me in the back. What you and Damien just attempted was fraud, and I'll make sure you pay for it to the fullest extent of the law. Mark my words.
Jane, I made a terrible mistake. I know my texts are the last thing you want to read right now, but I don't know who else to run to. You're all I've got right now. You've got to help me out here.
Help you? Hell no! You're a wanted criminal on the run from the law. Why would I want to help you?
Because I'm your husband? I should have never hurt you that way, and I'm sorry. I've paid the price for my mistakes, I swear. I've been suffering, Jane. You were right about that investment I made. It was nothing but a scam. The minute they got my money, they disappeared. I knew you would never forgive me for losing your $50K, so I decided to end everything with you. Selling the house was the first step. I thought it would buy me and my mom some time until I made more money.
But you didn't get more money, did you? Instead, you only got into more trouble. Now you owe me $50K and you're on the run from the law. How long do you think you can keep this up?
Come on, all this can be easily resolved between us. Just tell the cops that you've forgiven me and they'll back off. After all, the house is still yours and the would-be buyers didn't lose their money. If you drop the charges, I'll be a free man again.
LOL. You really take me for a fool, don't you? Why on earth would I accept you back? I never mattered to you, except for the money you were getting. Not once did you stand for me when your mother basically turned me into a dump for all her frustration and resentment. You allowed it to happen. And then, as if all of that was not enough, you went ahead to steal my money and sell my house. Only a fool will take you back after all these series of hurt, and I've been a fool long enough.
Please don't be like this. If you'll have me back, I promise I'll be the best husband. I'll even work for you in your liquor store.
Oh, I don't need you for that anymore. Now that we don't live together, my daily expenses have been cut drastically, and I don't work so many shifts anymore. But that's not even the best part. I'm now a partner.
Wow, that's great news. I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it.
Your flattery won't help. But it's indeed great news because I now have time to open my liquor store and run it on the side. You're useless to me now, Damien.
No, I won't accept this. It can't be over, not like this. You have to forgive me. I'm your husband. Jane, please.
No, you're not. Not anymore. I want a divorce. I'm done being shackled to a man like you. I deserve more and I'm gonna get it.
No, not a divorce. You can't be serious.
Goodbye, Damien.
Jane, hold on for a second. Jane, don't do this to me. Jane!
Damien and Nikki were arrested 2 days later and had to pay huge fines that drove them into serious debt. Our divorce was finalized not long after, and he had to pay me alimony, which only drove him further into debt. To be able to meet up, he was forced to get a job in the suburbs of the city. He still lives with his mom, and last I heard, they bicker and fight over everything because they blame each other for how terrible their lives turned out. I've never been happier. So far, I've been enjoying my position as a partner, but I'm planning to quit soon so I can focus fully on my liquor store. I already have 3 people working for me, and I knew it was only a matter of time before I made it into a major brand. Everything was perfect.
Beth, Kirian just texted me to tell me that you've gone into labor? How could you do that whilst I'm not there? I told you not to have the baby this weekend because I was away, and you've gone and done exactly the opposite of what I said. I bet you've done it on purpose, haven't you? Simply because you don't like me. How selfish of you. I will definitely be having words with Kirian about this. You can't just go and do whatever you want, especially when I've told you not to do something. Beth, are you going to answer me, or are you just going to ignore me like a petulant child when they've been told off? Hello?
Mom, it's Kieran. We really don't have time for your dramatics right now. Stop trying to make everything about you. This is mine, Beth's, and our baby's time now. Oh, and do you know how ridiculous you sound right now? Beth hasn't decided to have the baby simply because you're not here. It doesn't work like that, and you know it doesn't. Stop trying to cause an argument, especially with my wife who has just gone into labor. She has enough to stress about at the minute. She doesn't need you adding to it. I'll message you sometime later. For now, just leave me and Beth alone to get through this. Now, goodbye.
Well, how rude. I was just explaining how I was disappointed that I wouldn't be able to be at the birth of my grandchild. No need to get so snappy with me. Kirian? Fine, be like that. See if I care. Just know that you won't be getting any presents or anything from me for this baby. Not after how you've treated me. Now don't bother messaging me. I mean it. I won't answer. Got it? Kirian, why didn't you message me to tell me your baby has been born? I had to find out through a post on Facebook? What's that about? I'm your mother.
You told me not to bother messaging you last night because you wouldn't answer. You know, when you were throwing that huge tantrum simply because Beth went into labor and you weren't here to come to the hospital.
Well, you still should have texted me. Whether I responded or not doesn't matter. It's only courteous to tell your mom that her grandchild has been born. What was the baby anyway?
Do you mean, was it a boy or a girl?
Yes, of course. What was it?
She's a little girl, and we've decided to name her Aurora.
Oh, what a stupid name. That child will be cursing you for the rest of her life because of the name you gave her. Why not give her a proper name? Something like Laura, Margaret, or even Joan.
You want us to name our daughter after you?
Well, why not? Fathers name their sons after them all the time. Why can't I have a little baby Joan?
Because she isn't your baby? She's mine and Beth's. So we're allowed to name her what we like, and for the record, everyone we've talked to has said that they love her name and that it makes her sound like a little princess.
Well, of course they'd say that. They're just as dumb and idiotic as you and that wife of yours. Oh well. I guess it can't be helped though. So I'll be around in about 2 hours to see my granddaughter. Make sure the house is tidy and ready for me.
Whoa, hold up. We haven't even left the hospital yet, so you won't be going anywhere. Besides, me and Beth have decided that we want a few days of peace and quiet to just spend them being a little family and bonding with our new daughter. When we're ready for visitors, we'll let people know, but that won't be for at least a few days first.
So not only did Beth go into labor when I specifically told her not to, but now she's refusing me my right to see my grandchild?
You don't have any right to my baby whatsoever, and if you want to play any part in her life at all, then you better start working on your attitude because I won't have you coming around and acting like this in front of my daughter. Honestly, you're acting like a 5-year-old.
I'm not the problem. You and Beth are. You're acting all high and mighty just because you've had a baby. Newsflash, you're not the first people to have a child, and you certainly won't be the last. It's nothing special. So why you and your wife have decided that you're too good to let people come and see the baby until you deign it okay is beyond me. Honestly, if you don't let me see her today, then don't expect me to come over when you beckon me to.
Fine, don't bother coming around at all then. You're the only one who's gonna miss out. Me and Beth are more than happy putting all of our time, effort, and love into Aurora, whether you're there or not.
Ugh, your generation is so disrespectful nowadays. Whatever happened to listening and respecting your elders?
You get respect when you show people respect. You can't just go around demanding it and then treating people like rubbish because they haven't done what you said or let you get your way. It doesn't work like that.
Fine then. I'll wait until you let me know when I can come and see my granddaughter. But you better not make me wait too long.
You will wait until me and Beth are ready to have visitors. Being first-time parents isn't gonna be easy, and we want to try and establish a routine before anyone comes over to see us. It'll just make things much easier for us.
Fine, fine. Well, I suppose I'll have plenty of time with the baby in a couple of months when Beth goes back to work. You'll need a babysitter, and as I'm the child's grandmother, I'm obviously the one who will look after her.
Actually, we'll be fine for a little while. Me and Beth have been saving up since we knew we were gonna have a baby, and we've actually got quite a nice little nest egg. It's enough that Beth won't have to go back to work for quite a while anyway, at least 6 months.
Well, you'll need me eventually.
We'll see. Anyway, I'm going now. Beth is waking up and I want to spend time with my wife and our baby, not arguing with you.
Fine. I won't bother you again. Geez, talk about an ungrateful and selfish son.
Seriously, Joan? What is wrong with you? Why did you do that?
What?
You know what? You purposefully called attention to me whilst I was feeding Aurora today. So much so that I had to leave and go into some horrible, filthy toilets just to finish feeding her.
Well, you shouldn't have been breastfeeding her in the middle of the park. People go there for a nice, family-friendly walk, not to be flashed by some tart on a park bench. It's not right for a woman to just suddenly stop and pull her top down in front of everyone.
First of all, I can feed my baby wherever I like, whenever she gets hungry. And secondly, there should be no shame in feeding my baby, especially considering I even had a blanket covering her head, so absolutely nothing could be seen. The only reason anyone began to have a problem with it is because you decided to practically shout it out to the whole park what I was doing. No one would have cared otherwise. Because of you, I had to go to a filthy public toilet, sit on the loo which had no lid, and balance as I tried to finish feeding my daughter. It was unsanitary and just unpleasant, and there was no need for that to happen at all.
You shouldn't even be breastfeeding her. Bottles are much better and easier.
I'll feed my daughter how I like, thank you very much. And if you think that you're going to be coming out with me and Aurora again anytime soon, you are sadly mistaken.
What? You can't do that. I am her grandmother. I'm allowed to see my granddaughter whenever I want to.
No, you can see her when I or Kieran say you can. She's our daughter, so we decided who she sees and who she doesn't. With how you've behaved these last couple of weeks, you're now on the list of people we don't want interacting with our baby. Not until you sort out your behavior.
You are the worst thing to happen to my family. I hope you know. Kieran listened to me before you came along. He would do whatever I said whenever I said it. Now all he does is argue with me and talk back to me. And it's all your fault. In fact, with how you two behave, you don't deserve to raise a child. She's just going to end up as spoiled, disrespectful, and horrible as you are.
As long as she doesn't turn out like you, I'll be happy.
How dare you?
Whatever, Joan. I'm done talking to you now. Aurora is waking up from her nap and she'll want to feed again soon. So I'm going to go and spend time with my daughter. I don't have the time nor the patience to deal with you right now.
You make it sound like I'm some sort of chore.
Well, with how you're acting lately, you are.
I'll have you know I'm extremely pleasant and lots of people like me.
Great. Go spend time with them and leave me alone.
I honestly wish you weren't my daughter-in-law.
And I wish you weren't my mother-in-law. But seeing as I love Kieran, that's not going to change anytime soon.
Just so you know, your baby hasn't got a chance if she's got you for a mother. She deserves someone much better to raise her.
I love my daughter and I will be the best mother I can be for her. Will I make mistakes? Yeah, probably. But I'm still learning myself. It doesn't mean I'm a bad mom, especially if I learn from what I do wrong and make sure to fix anything that needs fixing.
Oh, please. You can stop with that righteous rubbish. It's only a way to stop yourself feeling so guilty about being a terrible mother. It doesn't actually mean anything.
If that's what you want to think, then so be it. But I know what's right and what's not.
Ugh. I'm going to have to go because everything you're saying is literally making me feel ill. It's so preachy and lovey-dovey, it's completely stupid. Although, coming from you, it's not that surprising.
Goodbye, Joan. You're not welcome around my house for the time being, so please don't come round. You'll just be turned away.
We'll see about that.
Kieran? Kieran, you need to come home right now.
Beth, what's wrong?
Your mom has broken into our house whilst I was having a nap and has tried to kidnap our daughter.
What? Is she okay?
Who? Aurora or your mom? Because if it's your mom, she's about to be as not okay as she could possibly be.
No, Aurora, is she okay? Does my mom have her, or is she with you?
Luckily, her crying woke me up as your mom was trying to pick her up. I was able to grab Aurora and she's not left my arms since. But your mother is still here and she's ranting like a crazy woman. I seriously need you to come and do something about her, as she's scaring both me and our daughter.
Wait right there. I'll be home as quickly as I can. Mom, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Kieran, what do you mean?
Don't. I know you literally just tried to kidnap my daughter. You're terrifying my wife, and you're acting like a crazy person. What the hell is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm trying to do what's right for my granddaughter.
You tried to kidnap my daughter. You are literally acting like a crazy person.
What? No, I'm not. I just know that if she's left in the care of you and Beth, little Joan isn't going to be brought up properly. She's going to be spoiled and disrespectful and a horrible little girl. However, if I raise her, she'll be lovely and sweet and caring, just like me.
Little Joan? Her name is Aurora. Jeez, that's it. I think you've actually lost your mind.
No, I haven't. Just stop being so disrespectful to me. You used to listen to me and do what I said. So, if you truly love me, you'll let me take your daughter to raise her the right way.
No.
Huh? What do you mean, no?
You're not having her. You're not ever gonna see her again or have anything to do with her. I'm fed up with this disgusting behavior of yours. Both me and Beth have told you to sort out how you've been acting if you wanted any hope of being involved in our daughter's life. But you've completely ignored what we said and you've gone in some crazy tantrum where you've decided that kidnapping my daughter is okay. I'm not having it. If you don't get out of my house and away from my family right now, I'll call the police and have you arrested for attempted kidnapping, trespassing, or whatever else I can think of. I'll also be getting a restraining order against you for all of my family. We don't want anything to do with you. You've had your chances, you've blown them. There's nothing left to do now but remove you completely from our lives.
But I'm your mother.
No, you're just a crazy woman who won't stop harassing my family. You gave up your right to call yourself my mother when you didn't respect or listen to me when I tried to set boundaries for myself and my family.
Well, can you blame me? Beth is a terrible mother. Your baby won't be raised properly. I can help. I raised you, didn't I?
And I'm just amazed and grateful that I didn't turn out crazy like you.
I'm not crazy.
I'm pretty sure breaking and entering into someone's home just to steal their child is a pretty insane thing to do. Don't you think so?
No.
Uh-huh, sure. That sounded convincing.
But it's not fair. I want a daughter to raise. You shouldn't get to have one whilst I don't.
So, you're basically saying that you wish you never had me and that you wanted a daughter instead? Wow, thanks for that, Mom.
No, that's not what I meant. I just wish I could have had a daughter as well. And, well, now that you've had a daughter, I just thought that I could raise her, you know? You could finally get rid of that horrible wife of yours and we could go back to being a happy family together. Me, you, and little Joan. You would listen to me again, like you used to, when we would all be happy.
Okay, that is so messed up in so many ways. Plus, it's never gonna happen. I love Beth, and there's no way I'm just gonna leave her simply because you've decided that you don't like her. What's more, even if me and Beth split up, there's no way I just let you raise my daughter. She's still my daughter, and I'm still more than capable to raise her properly on my own. Luckily, I won't have to find out how to do it alone because I have Beth, and we're more than happy to raise our daughter together. We love one another and our little girl, and nothing is gonna tear our little family apart. Especially not you.
You make me seem like the most horrible person alive. I'm not that bad. You and Beth are the ones pushing me to act like this. If you would just let me spend time with my granddaughter how I like whenever I want to, then we wouldn't be having these problems.
For the last time, she's our daughter, not yours. You don't get any say in what goes on in her life, and I think until you learn that, it would be better if you just stayed away from me and my family permanently.
You can't do that, Kieran.
Yes, I can, actually. And just so you know, I'm almost back home, so if you haven't left by the time I get there, I will follow through on my threat and call the police.
Fine, I'm going. Don't expect me to ever help you out again.
Sounds good to me. You've been more of a hindrance than a help anyway, so by you leaving, we'll have one less problem to deal with and a whole lot of stress removed.
Ugh, you're supposed to be upset that I'm going.
I'm the one who asked you to go.
If I go now, just know, I won't be coming back ever. This will be the last message you ever see or hear from me. Do you really want that?
If it means keeping my family safe because you can't just act like a normal person, then it's just a consequence I'll have to live with. In the end, you're the one choosing to leave my life, not the other way around. You've made this situation yourself. No one else has forced you to be so horrible and impossible to be around. That's all you.
So you're seriously okay with letting your own mother go off into the world alone where anything can happen to her?
You're a grown woman. I'm sure you can handle yourself just fine.
Fine then, I'm going. I hope you and your stupid wife are happy now.
Not really. I'm sad that my own mom can't be civil enough to be a part of my life. I thought you were better than what you've been doing. Oh well, I guess even those you think you know can surprise you. Anyway, I'm home now, so I hope you aren't here when I walk through the front door.
Don't worry, I won't be.
Goodbye then, Mom. I hope you have a nice life.
Whatever, I hope yours is terrible.
Classy, goodbye.
Bye.
After my mom's crazy kidnapping attempt, I did get a restraining order against her, just in case, for all my family. However, true to her word, I've not seen or heard from her since that day. Even though I'm sad that she's not in my life anymore, the woman who raised me seems to have disappeared and been replaced by someone who is selfish, narcissistic, and horrible. And I'm glad not to have to deal with someone like that anymore. Since my mom left, life has gotten much easier for me, Beth, and our little girl. We're much calmer and much more happy now as a family. We spend as much time as possible together, and me and Beth are enjoying every moment of being new parents. And we're even discussing possibly having a second child, although that might be a little ways off yet. Either way though, I can't wait.